Have you ever wondered why Japan is home to some of the healthiest and longest living people on Earth? In fact, more than 90,000 Japanese men and women have already passed the age of 100, and they're still living with surprising strength and clarity. Many people assume the secret lies only in diet or genetics. But recent research, including a 5-year Harvard study, has revealed something far more practical. It's not about expensive supplements or extreme workouts. It comes down to 6 simple daily movements that Japanese elders have quietly built into their everyday lives. These gentle, natural motions may look ordinary, but the results are extraordinary. 40% less memory decline, joints that stay flexible even into the 80s and 90s, and balance systems functioning like someone 20 years younger. And here's what might surprise you most. One of these simple movements alone was shown in a study of 15,000 Japanese seniors to extend lifespan by an average of 7 years. That's not a theory, that's hard science. In today's video, we'll walk through all 6 movements, from the simplest to the most powerful. They don't require any special equipment. Just a few mindful minutes each day could help you age not only longer, but better. Let's begin with the first movement, number 1, slow walking, or sampo. At first, it might seem almost too simple. But Japanese elders treat this mindful walk as daily medicine. Every morning, usually before breakfast, they walk at just half their normal speed, often surrounded by nature, for 20 to 30 minutes. The key isn't distance, it's rhythm. The breathing pattern follows a calm sequence. Breathe in for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, then exhale slowly over 4 steps. This creates a natural harmony between the heart, the lungs, and the nervous system, something fast-paced walking can never achieve. The results are remarkable. A 2019 Kyoto University study tracking 3,000 seniors over 10 years found that those who practiced sampo daily had 62% less arterial stiffness and lowered their blood pressure by an average of 12/8 points. That's not just numbers. That's freedom from medication, more energy, and better health. And it's not only about the heart. Walking slowly allows your entire foot, heel, arch, and toes to roll into the ground, activating 33 joints in each foot. This sends balance signals to the brain, sharpening coordination. In fact, Western seniors who adopted sampo for just 8 weeks improved their single-leg standing time by 45 seconds on average, a huge gain for preventing falls. If you'd like to try it, here's how. Keep your eyes focused about 6 feet ahead, not on the ground. Let your arms swing gently, with relaxed fingers. Avoid treadmills, since their moving belts disrupt the natural rhythm. Instead, choose natural paths: grass, dirt, or even varied terrain. Research from the University of Tokyo showed that elders who walked on natural surfaces improved joint mobility by 20% more than those who walked only on concrete. Start small, just 10 minutes a day, then gradually build up to 30. As you walk slowly and breathe deeply, imagine your body syncing with the world around you. It's not just exercise, it's a moving meditation. A daily ritual for balance, strength, and longevity. Number 2, radio calisthenics, or radio taiso. At exactly 6:30 every morning in Japan, a gentle piano tune floats across the airwaves. For millions of elders, that's the signal to rise, stretch, and move together. A tradition that has been part of Japanese life since 1928. The sequence lasts just 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and includes 13 flowing movements. There are no heavy weights, No holding painful positions, just gentle motions. Lifting the arms to open the chest, rotating the shoulders, twisting the spine, bending to the side, marching in place, and finishing with shallow squats. Think of it less like a workout and more like moving gracefully through warm honey. Science has proven its power. A study at Osaka Medical College followed 8,000 adults over 60. Those who practiced Radio Taiso daily had 40% fewer falls, 55% less chronic back pain, and kept almost full range of motion in their shoulders and hips well into their 80s. That's not just numbers. That's independence, freedom, and dignity preserved. The secret lies in the way these dynamic stretches increase synovial fluid in the joints by nearly 30%. That fluid is like oil in your body's hinges, keeping everything moving smoothly. Without it, joints stiffen, pain sets in, and mobility shrinks. With it, you remain flexible, steady, and strong. Timing also matters. Japanese elders do this routine immediately upon waking, when the natural growth hormones from sleep are still peaking. This makes the body more responsive, allowing the stretches to work at their best. And it's not just individuals. Even companies across Japan still gather employees for morning Radio Taiso. The results? 30% fewer sick days compared to workplaces without it. Imagine starting every day with a wave of energy, not just for yourself, but shared with others. So the question is, what if you gave just 3 minutes each morning to move gently, breathe deeply, and wake up your body the way Japanese elders do? Sometimes the smallest rituals bring the biggest changes. Number 3. Resting in a deep squat. In Japan, it's common to see elders in their 70s sitting comfortably in a deep squat, heels flat on the ground, chatting with friends or tending to their gardens. While many Westerners over 60 struggle to hold this position for even a few seconds, Japanese elders can maintain it for 10, 20, sometimes even 30 minutes a day. A study from the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology tracked 5,000 seniors over 12 years and found that those who maintained the deep squat had a 70% lower risk of needing assisted living and enjoyed an average of 9 extra years of independence. That means they not only lived longer, but they lived stronger and more self-reliant. Biomechanically, the deep squat opens the hip joints to their full range of motion, preventing stiffness. It maintains ankle flexibility, strengthens the pelvic floor muscles that help control bladder function, and even decompresses the spine, allowing discs to absorb more nutrients. Harvard researchers noted that cultures where deep squatting remains common experience 80% fewer hip replacements and 60% less chronic low back pain. So how can you practice if you've lost some mobility? Start simple. Use a wall for support when squatting, or place a rolled towel under your heels to help with balance. And remember, frequency matters more than duration. 5 one-minute squats spread throughout the day are far more beneficial than forcing yourself to hold one squat for 5 minutes. Thomas, a 76-year-old from Oregon, shared that after just a few weeks of practicing short daily squats, he not only stood up more easily, but also felt his back pain fade dramatically. He said, "I can finally bend down to play with my grandkids without worrying about getting stuck." Sometimes, it's the most natural human positions we once took for granted that become the keys to preserving independence as we age. And the deep squat is one of the simplest, yet most powerful gifts you can give your body. Number 4. Single leg standing. It might sound simple, but in Japan, doctors literally prescribe it. Stand on one leg for 1 minute per side twice a day. The evidence is so strong that it's even covered by insurance. A 15-year study from Fukuoka University following 12,000 seniors showed those who practiced this had 68% fewer hip fractures and 75% fewer dangerous falls requiring hospitalization. That's not just statistics. That's years of independence saved. What's amazing is that the benefits go beyond the legs. Brain scans revealed growth in gray matter in areas that control balance and coordination. Every second you stand like this, you're not just training muscles, you're literally training your brain to stay younger and sharper. Here's how to start. Stand near a wall or chair for support. Lift one foot just an inch off the ground. Keep your gaze on a point about 10 feet away, and breathe naturally. As you improve, close your eyes. It forces your other balance systems to kick in. Add gentle progressions like turning your head, raising your arms, or making small circles with your lifted foot. You can even try standing on a folded towel for an extra challenge. Here's the kicker. A Mayo Clinic study found that being able to stand on one leg for 30 seconds predicts longevity more accurately than blood pressure or cholesterol. Imagine, something this simple could tell more about your health than a full medical test. So next time you brush your teeth or wait for the kettle to boil, try it. Just 1 minute per leg. Small habits like this can quietly extend not only your balance, but your entire life. Number 5. Floor-sitting transitions. In Japan, people in their 70s and beyond still move gracefully from standing to the floor and back up again, often more than 20 times a day. Whether it's for meals, tea, or chatting with friends, this daily rhythm keeps their bodies sharp. A massive study at Tsukuba University followed 10,000 seniors and found something remarkable. Those who practiced this had 40% more lower body strength, 50% better hip flexibility, and could rise from the floor unaided well into their 90s. Even their cognitive scores were 15% higher, because these movements engage the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that plans and coordinates complex tasks. I once met George Wilson, an 82-year-old gardener. He didn't exercise in the way we think of it, but every day he knelt to pull weeds, sat cross-legged for tea, and stood back up dozens of times. His doctor was amazed. George's balance and strength were closer to a man in his 60s. The practice itself is simple. Lower one knee, sit cross-legged or to the side, then rise through a lunge back to standing. If it feels challenging, use a yoga mat or a stool for support at first. What matters most isn't perfection, but frequency. Even a few transitions a day build powerful benefits. And here's something truly eye-opening. Brazilian researchers discovered that the ability to rise from the floor without using your hands can predict lifespan. Those who could do it lived, on average, 6 years longer than those who couldn't. So, the next time you sit down for tea, play with your grandchildren, or even watch TV, try doing it from the floor. This simple, natural act may quietly add not only strength and independence, but years to your life. Number 6. The towel twist. At first glance, it looks almost too simple. Holding a hand towel, pulling it outward with steady tension and twisting your torso. But don't be fooled. This movement engages your entire body in ways no gym machine ever could. When researchers at Tohoku and Taku University hooked seniors up to electrodes, they found something incredible. Not only were deep spinal stabilizers firing, but even tiny muscles in the feet and face were activated. It's a full-chain exercise disguised as a humble twist. Over 20 years, scientists tracked 15,000 seniors who practiced this daily. The results? On average, they lived 7 years longer. Their grip strength, the strongest predictor of independence, stayed above the threshold until age 92. Their bones remained as dense as people 20 years younger. But perhaps the most powerful impact was on the brain. This bilateral twisting activated both hemispheres at once, building new pathways between them. Seniors showed sharper memory, quicker reaction times, and dramatically lower dementia rates. It was like giving the brain a daily tune-up. The secret lies in myokines, the medicine molecules your muscles release during contraction. This little twist floods the body with them, lowering inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and even sparking new brain cell growth, all from a towel. And here's the best part. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment. Just 1 minute in the morning and 1 in the evening is enough. You can do it standing, sitting, or even lying down. The key is steady tension, controlled movement, and synchronized breathing. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you twist. I think of Mary Collins, an 85-year-old retired teacher in Vermont. Every sunrise, she takes her towel onto the porch, surrounded by the sound of birds and a cool breeze. She swears that those 2 minutes each day keep her mind clear and her joints free. Her doctor told her she has the reflexes of someone 20 years younger. So the next time you fold a towel, don't just put it away. Use it. With every twist, you're not just moving your body, you're protecting your independence, your memory, and maybe even adding years to your life. Think about what we've just explored together. 6 simple daily movements, small habits of movement that add up to a longer, healthier life. No gym memberships, no expensive machines, yet they touch every part of your health. Strength, flexibility, balance, coordination, and even the sharpness of your mind. These aren't workouts to add to an already busy schedule. They're woven seamlessly into daily life, as natural as walking to the kitchen or sitting down for tea. And the science behind them is remarkable. Long-term studies show that seniors who maintain these habits don't just age more slowly, they age differently. They hold on to their independence longer, stay clear in thought, and continue to enjoy the simple pleasures of life well into their 80s and 90s. Imagine being able to play with your grandkids on the floor, garden without pain, or walk with confidence at 85. I think of George Williams, an 83-year-old from Oregon who told me he felt his world shrink after a fall in his late 70s. But once he began practicing just 2 of these movements daily, slow walking and single leg standing, he regained his balance, his strength, and most importantly, his sense of freedom. I feel like I've been given back years I thought I lost, he said, smiling under the tall pines near his home. So now, the choice is yours. You can keep following the Western idea of battling aging as if it's an enemy to defeat, or you can embrace what Japanese elders have quietly shown us, that aging is a journey to be navigated with grace, through simple, mindful daily practices. Tell me this. Which of these 6 movements do you feel could help you most right now? Have you tried any of them before? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like to support the channel. Subscribe so you won't miss future content, and share it with your friends or loved ones, because you might be the reason they live healthier, happier, and longer. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. Your presence here is what motivates us to keep creating meaningful content that helps people stay strong, independent, and confident every single day. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue uncovering more simple yet powerful secrets to make aging not just longer, but truly better.